So when I first installed this thing during the daytime, I was a little indifferent, but honestly, after seeing it at night, I'm convinced this thing is freaking awesome. You guys honestly have to get one for yourselves. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today's gonna be a super quick video. We're basically just gonna be swapping out the start button on the BMW 435. So as you probably already know, I have this red start button on the car. I actually made a video about this like way back when I first started YouTube. I think it was actually my first or second video. So if you guys want to cringe at one of my old videos, definitely go check it out. So yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with it. I actually really like it. I originally got red because I thought a red start button looks cool, and also it kind of matches the interior of the car. But today we're gonna be swapping it out for another one that I actually think is gonna look a little more classy. If I don't like it, I'll just swap it back. Funny enough, I originally got this for the X3, but I kind of figured it would look good on the 435, so we'll test it out. We'll see how it looks. So with all that said, this is the new start button over here. So this is a crystal start button. So obviously the original one that I have is red. This one has more of like a crystal look to it. I believe it's actually designed to look like the ones in the 7 Series. There's actually some plastic on it, so let me see if I can quickly just remove that so you guys can get a better look. And here it is. It honestly looks really cool. Like that crystal look around the edges looks really nice, looks really classy. Obviously, just like the normal factory start button is just flat black. This one is still black. So if you guys think like red or any other color is cheesy, I think this one's definitely gonna work for you. If you guys do want it, I will leave it linked down in the description below. I believe this one is about like 20 bucks. The red ones and the color ones are actually a little cheaper. They're about like 10 or 15. I'll leave them both linked down in the description below, but definitely a nice, easy mod to do. So with that said, we're gonna install this thing. It is a super easy process, guys. There's 2 ways of doing it. So one of the ways is to actually remove that whole like start button housing, which I know some people do. I don't really want to go through that. Another way of doing it is actually using the sticky putty. Now, when you buy these buttons, either this one or the red one, whichever one you want, they actually do give you the sticky putty already, which is nice. So I'll show you guys how to do it. But yeah, let's just jump into that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is basically give yourself as much room as possible in this kind of start button area, because obviously, guys, like the steering wheel is right by there. So you want to basically just like move your steering wheel. I like to move it up and towards me as much as possible. So if you do that, you're gonna have a lot more room between like the start button and the steering wheel, because basically what we're gonna do, guys, is take some sticky putty and pull this off. So the next thing you want to do is take the sticky putty, which again they are nice enough to give you, make it sort of like a ball, like half a ball, more of like a triangle. That way you have a good amount of surface area to stick to the original button, and then some to kind of grab and pull off. Now for this, you can disconnect the battery in your car if you choose to do so, because once you're sticking on the sticky putty, it's gonna press the start button. Personally, I don't really mind, but if you want to, definitely go take that extra step. But what I'm gonna do is sort of like stick this on, try to get as much surface area as possible. So as you guys can see, I stuck it on. I tried to get as much of the sticky putty on the start button as possible. So once that's really on there, you want to give it about like a minute or 2, just let it really adhere to the start button. All right, guys, so it's been about like a minute or 2. I'm actually gonna pull off the start button now. So what we want to do is get a good grip on the sticky putty, and then what you want to do is sort of like pull back as fast as you can. So let's see if we can get it on the first try. Alright, as you saw, I managed to get it off the first try, which is actually really nice. I think the first time I did this, it took me like 2 or 3 tries. So if you don't get it on the first try, guys, no big deal. Just keep on trying. This sticky putty can be reused like multiple times, honestly. Like, it's that strong, as long as you just don't get it covered with dust. So definitely feel free to try it again. So what we're going to do now, guys, is actually install the new one. So of course, this one over here. And this is actually easier than even taking off the old one. So as you guys can see, it just has these 2 clips over here. So you basically just want to take it and sort of like line it up over here. And then once it looks like it's aligned, you just want to lightly press in, and you actually hear a click. So that means you are all set. So with that done, it is officially on, guys. It is literally that easy. Probably one of the easiest mods you can do. But just first impressions, it does look really good. It looks a lot more classy. It doesn't stand out as much as the red start button, but it looks a lot better than just that plain black one that the car comes with. And now, of course, although we didn't mess with anything mechanically, as you can still see, start button still works. All right, so here is a quick look at it at night. And honestly, guys, like when I first installed this thing, I was a little indifferent. I was thinking I was gonna go back to the red start button, but seeing it now, I'm convinced I am keeping it. And the reason is, if it can focus in, is the light is picking up on those crystals. Now, I didn't know that they're kind of like transparent so that the light can flow through, but as you guys can tell, it's definitely flowing through, and it looks so cool at night. So here's just like a quick look from a distance, but yeah, guys, like it looks so much better. Obviously, the normal start button will only have just the words lit up, because that's the only part that's really transparent. but this thing utilizes those crystals and it makes it look so much better. It's also cool because you obviously don't have to install any additional lights. It just kind of takes advantage of the light that's already there. Yeah, man, this thing is honestly awesome. Like, now I'm convinced I'm not taking this thing off. Again, guys, super easy mod. One of the best first mods you can do, in my opinion. I know I made a video about this like way back, but I kind of figured I'd just make a new one. If you guys haven't seen that video, most likely you haven't because it's so old now. But yeah, with that said, that wraps up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.